आज हम सब लोगों का परम भाग्य है. वी आर रियली लकी टुडे टू हैव पूज्य गुरुजी in our institute. Dr. H.R. Nagendra Guruji, there is no need of introduction actually, but the only thing we must know about him is he is basically a mechanical engineer and got selected, the meritorious engineer got selected in NASA, that is American Space Agency. He worked there for a few years and then he started thinking that I must go to my motherland. So he came back to Bengaluru and with a dream to start the Yoga University. We are talking about Indian knowledge system in past 2 or 3 years, and every professor is asked to join at least one course to understand Indian knowledge system. But Puja Guruji is doing that since decades, and I have personally visited his place, VYASA University, that is Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhana Sanstha. This is the first ever university established specially for yoga research. He has got a 400-bedded hospital where the hospital is always full. People go there when they don't get any ray of hope in allopathic treatments. Then at the end they reach there. And then miracle happens. And every day one miracle is happening there. I keep on reading his newsletters and I get amazed, I get surprised to understand that what kind of miracles are happening with the help of yoga and naturopathy. I have visited that place to see the different laboratories which have been established for yoga research, that what kind of effects people are getting on their stress level with the help of some pranayam and some meditation. It's miraculous. The world is going through a phase where in coming days a lot of people, those who are psychiatrists and psychologists, the maximum need of these kind of doctors is erased. Now we can see even in childhood, at the school level, when we meet many students, we see that the stress level, the negativity has gone up like anything, and especially after COVID. And then we take the patients to the allopathic doctors, and then the medical treatment starts, and then many of them, they have given some pills. I don't know what they are, I am not expert of it, but I have seen some people, those who start with those kind of medicines, and then the situation goes worst because they start sleeping for 10, 12, 14, 15 hours. They don't feel like going for bath. They don't feel like going out of the house, and the situation goes worst. I have seen some people like that. But with small inclusion of yoga in the lifestyle, little bit of pranayam of just 5 to 10 minutes, and just 45 minutes to 1 hour yogasana theory, the miracles are happening, miracles. Even in our naturopathy center, we have seen that more than 1,000 people have already reversed their diabetes. That is one disease which is a lifestyle disease. And if you go to Guruji's labs, you will be able to see these kind of experiments conducted over there, where you will see that the diseases which could not be cured by allopathic treatment, they got cured with the help of naturopathy and yoga. We are really happy today that Guruji is here. I am in touch with him since last 5 years. I was there at VYASA to start the Yogasana sports activity, which was taken up by Government of India, and Yogasana sport is included in Khelo India as well and national games. So to write down that curriculum, we all went to Guruji and we have taken his suggestions, we have taken his guidance, and accordingly we have done that. I was lucky person to be the chairman of that committee and to write down that code of point book, which is 262 pages book, along with more than 300 yogasana postures. And I was lucky enough to have Sanskrit department in our college. So I kept on calling our Sanskrit teachers, and we invented few new yogasanas and nomenclated them with Sanskrit names and our traditional names. And then more than 300 postures were given for the sports yogasana. I was the person to write all those things, and I was the person to get direct guidance from Puja Guruji. His whole experience, I really don't want to speak much today because we are all eager to listen to him, but his whole experience of reversal of so many diseases, and it is not only to reverse the diseases, but to make the life more meaningful, more healthy. Sarve sant niramayaha, that niramaya jivan, how it can become. He is constantly working on him on this aspect with whole his team. Dr. Manjunath ji is here, who is the Vice Chancellor of VYASA University. Dr. Dayananda Swami, who is the Director in Finance and Administration, who is here. Dr. Natesh Babu, Dr. Amit Singh, Dr. Smita, Dr. Padma, and Honorable Subhadra Didi. I am so happy that Subhadra Didi is also here today. She is the co-founder of VYASA University, and she loves Gita like anything. So one fine day, I was sitting with her in VYASA University. She called some of small children to her place, and they all started chanting Bhagavad Gita. And I know little bit of Bhagavad Gita, so I kept on encouraging them, asking them some questions, and it was a beautiful moment for me. Guruji, we all are really happy today. We don't have enough words to express our happiness, that how happy we are, and all our professors are here to listen to you. I wholeheartedly welcome you and the whole VYASA team in this campus, which was built in 1961, and since then we are constantly striving to promote education in especially rural and hilly students, those who come from very poor background, and we have so many other philanthropic activities here that no student can go home just because he is unable to pay fees. Every year we are giving sponsorships and scholarships to the students, those who are deserving and those who cannot pay the fees. We just get one document that if a student is not has lost his father, then he don't need to give any other document, and we pay the fees. So these kind of activities, we have more than 650 students here, those who work here and learn under Earn and Learn scheme, for which we have a Swabhiman Kosh as well. If government is not giving enough funds, then we have our own funds for that, and we give work to each hand. Those who demand, they get some kind of job here, and for every hour they get paid for the work. So here there are many students. Even our principal is the alumni of this college, and he was also student of Earn and Learn scheme. So we have a great proud for these kind of schemes which we have. Our students are really doing well. We have more than 25 students, those who are yoga teachers in different countries now. In India we have many, but in different countries we have more than 25 students. We have many students, those who are working in Denmark on cow farms, and they have been taught this dairy science course here. We have many students, those who are into foreign countries, working in different 5-star hotels, those who have been taught under hospitality and tourism BVOC course. So we have these kind of courses around us. We have beautiful chemistry and physics and biology, botany, zoology labs in this college. We have 11 research centers, where including Sanskrit, we have English, Marathi, Hindi research centers. So commerce research center, economics, and so many. So I won't be able to tell you about this institute in such small span of time, but we are eager to listen to you. So I stop myself here, and again I welcome you all, and I do pranam to all those who are here today. Thank you very much.
On which, sirs, today we have an exceptionally high-profile guest of honor, Your Excellency, Padmshri Dr. H.R. Nagendra Guruji. Keeping in mind the decorum of the meet, I have picked just a few of the choicest gems to introduce the very eminence personified, none other than Padmshri Dr. H.R. Nagendra Guruji. Please put your hands together. Very aptly mentioned, his is a journey from NASA to VYASA, mechanical engineering to human engineering. The man who took yoga from ashram to academia, who made yoga a socially relevant science, the pioneer of International Day of Yoga on the 21st of June. Guruji is the founder chancellor of the world-renowned VYASA Yoga University at Bengaluru, the president of the Global VYASA movement, the chairman of Indian Yoga Association, chief advisor to the Ministry Ayush Government of India, founder of Vivekananda Yoga University at USA, is renowned as yoga scientist. It's very special to mention that Guruji is revered as the Yoga Guru of Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji. Guruji did his PhD in Mechanical Engineering from IISc Bengaluru. After being a faculty of IISc, he then served as postdoctoral research fellow in the University of British Columbia, Canada in 1969. 1970, he moved to NASA Marshall Space Flight Center, USA as postdoctoral research associate. 1972, moved to Engineering Science Laboratory, Harvard University, USA as a consultant and later a visiting staff at Imperial College of Science and Technology, London. 1975, he joined Vivekananda Kendra as Honorary Director of Training Center, Kanyakumari. Between 1975 and 1993, All India Secretary Yoga Shiksha, Vivekananda Kendra, Kanyakumari. Between 1993 and 2000, he was the All India Vice President of Vivekananda Kendra, Kanyakumari. From 2000 to the present, has been serving as the President Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhan Sansthan, Bengaluru. From 2002 to 2013, contributed as the Vice Chancellor of Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhan Sansthan, Yoga University in Bengaluru. Is now the Chancellor of VYASA deemed university. We are privileged to have with us today such a towering personality, the recipient of the Padmshri title conferred upon him by the Government of India in 2016. Please put your hands together once again. There are many awards to his credit, to mention but a few. Man of Excellence Award 1994, Yogeshri Award 1995, award by the Chief Minister Government of Delhi for contributions in the field of yoga therapy 1995, Patanjali Award 1997 by Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, Bhaskar Award 1997 received at the hands of Shri Ramanand Sagar, Distinguished Leadership Award nominated by the American Biographical Association for his service to humanity, National Citizens Award 2001, recipient of Bharat Ratna Sir M. Visvesvaraya Science Award 2010, Kannada Rajyotsav Award 2010, International Yoga Grandmaster Award 2013, Bharat Gaurav Award in British Parliament 2015, Global Peace Award in UNO Hall, World Peace Council Vienna 2015, Light of Yoga Award 2015. Sir has authored 35 books, several research papers and guided 32 PhD students. Dear audience, there is a plethora of several academic bodies, conferences and research projects he has been contributing to. Dear all, it's just a trajectory of the long and rich past, the present and the future. A glorious galaxy Honorable Guruji has given his massive contribution to, and a huge heritage left open, accessible to all of us. Let's put our hands together in the honor of Padmshri Dr. H.R. Nagendra Guruji. May I request Honorable Chairman Dr. Sanjay Ji Malpani to extend a token of our love and appreciation to the guest of honor, Shri Nagendra Guruji. Honorable Guruji is being felicitated with Pagadi, the Puneti turban, a memento, shawl and bouquet. Please give a big hand. It's a great honor to our institution to have Honorable Guruji with us. We also have pleasure and honor to welcome and felicitate all the guests on and off the dais. May I request Honorable Chairman to please felicitate Dr. Manjunath M.K., Vice Chancellor of VYASA Yoga University. Next, I would like to request Honorable Shubhadra Didi, co-founder VYASA Yoga University. It's a proud moment for all of us to have these dignitaries on the dais. Honorable Shubhadra Didi, co-founder VYASA Yoga University, is being felicitated. Also, may I request Dr. Dayanand Swami, Director, Finance and Administration, VYASA Yoga University. Honorable Chairman is felicitating him. Thank you. Dr. Matish Babu, Director, Center of Distance Education, VYASA Yoga University, will be felicitated by Honorable Principal of our college, Professor Dr. Arun Backward, sir. May I? Thank you, sir. May I also request Dr. Amit Singh Ji, Chief Medical Officer at Arogyadham, a 1400-bed integrative medicine hospital. May I request Honorable Principal of the college to please felicitate, sir. Also, thank you, sir. Also, I would like to request Srimati Smita Dayanand Didiji, board member of VYASA University.
Sir, Madam.
May I request Principal Guruji to please felicitate Honorable Srimati Smita Dayanand Didi.
Namaste, good morning to all of you. It's a pleasant surprise. I was also sitting and waiting for Guruji's talk. So then Guruji said that before he talks, I will just talk for 5 minutes. I always take it as an opportunity whenever there is a galaxy of teachers sitting together, professors sitting together. We have a university which started as a yoga university, but today it's not limited to yoga university alone. We are into yoga in all dimensions. We are into healthcare, where we run traditional medical programs like naturopathy medical program, Ayurveda, then physiotherapy to nursing to all other programs on one side, including clinical psychology, occupational therapy, etc. We are also into conventional educational systems like engineering, management, commerce, etc. So, whenever our teachers get together, it looks something like this. So wonderful. Many congratulations to Malpani-ji. Of course, we were told that Malpani-ji's father initiated this whole movement, and such visionaries alone can create institutions of this nature. We have with us our Guruji, and similarly I look at Malpani-ji's father as yet another great visionary. Big round of applause to that family who have created this. When we wanted to visit this place, of course Malpani-ji has been inviting us for quite some time. Then the time has to come, kind of it. So we are very privileged to be here today. We visited the Naturopathy Center, and we had a very quick visit of the law school and many other schools before reaching the auditorium here. So wonderful. When an institution is built, when we become part of that institution, we will never know that where we are and what is that we are contributing. Okay, when we heard that the principal of the place is also an alumni of this own institution, and I am in a very different way an alumni of VYASA University. I am the first ever PhD holder from VYASA University, very early. But that's the connectivity. It becomes a family. We all, I mean, the students are the ones who are going to be the beneficiaries. When we send our children to schools, then we will be looking at that our children should get educated very well, right? So every family, parents would like to see their children. Of course, we don't look at the 95% marks, but we always want them to be great human beings. Because Swami Vivekananda has said, education is the manifestation of perfection already there in man. So what we are doing is we are just nurturing this whole process, and these education institutions, through the gurus who are sitting here, we are trying to do that process. Finally, we are all facilitators. We are going to work on each individual or each student the way it is needed for them. Okay, so there is a generalized curriculum, but we always go with the mentorship of our students, which is going to make every student a worthwhile student in any institution. So that's what we have seen in our university, and very happy to see the similar environment over here. And probably we are not seen the whole institution. Much bigger activities are going on here. We have to congratulate the management and each one of you who have been part of this whole journey of converting a student who is coming very raw and making them into somebody who is fit in the society, who can contribute to the society and make something worthwhile in their life. So I thank each one of you for this opportunity, and we look forward. Malpaniji was asking what else can we do together with VYASA University. Many things we can do, and I am, as a university vice chancellor, looking forward to creating some of those collaborations with the Malpani group of institutions here. Particularly, we are very well known in research. Anything to do with research, VYASA can be a very good collaborator for any of you. You want to really start some short-term programs. We are a deemed to be university. We have the provisions of doing multiple such certificate programs together. We can also have some research collaborations, as I said, as funded projects. There are multiple organizations which facilitate funding. I am just coming from Delhi, where we had the celebration of Department of Science and Technology. One of their main funding channel or scheme is called SHRI, okay? Science and Heritage Research Initiative. So there's huge funding given for Science and Heritage Research Initiative, and you also have the Indian knowledge systems very well supported. Sanskrit is here and many other languages, but the whole process is we will not be dependent on the managements to support us for research, but we also can support the managements in generating that revenue and funding. That's what makes us independent. I was very happy to hear that this is an autonomous institution. I have a tendency of telling each and every professor in my university that you can become an autonomous department, you can become an autonomous individual as a professor. You can run or create your own department. That's the kind of freedom what each one of us have. I am sure this institution is going to grow to very great height, and VYASA will be looking forward to join hands and shoulder this process in any possible way as we can do. Thank you very much. Namaste.
नमः श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानंद सूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे brothers and sisters. What a joy and delight for us to be here amidst galaxy of professors who have been leading the wonderful institution here to bring up our children to greater and greater heights. Whether they are from the village area, poorest of the poor, or others. I heard from dear Marpaniji that you have been supporting them systematically to make them grow continuously to reach great heights, and they have spread all over the world. As I was mentioning, congratulations to you and your entire team who have been able to make this possible. As Dr. Manjunath also was mentioning, we have been trying to bring the Indian knowledge system, the great heritage that we have in our country, in the field of education. Swami Vivekananda said, education should not be just for bread earning or for making a life comfortable. Education should bring total personality development, physical, mental, emotional, intellectual, with a spiritual basis. You have to raise every human being from their normal level to become great human beings, superhuman beings, divine human beings, and reach the highest level of perfection in life. For that, Swami Vivekananda gave a clear methodology for doing that he called it as yoga. Yoga is not merely asanas or physical exercises, but it's a science of holistic living. And yoga is working at all levels, physical level, mental level, emotional level, intellectual level, spiritual level. In our tradition, for ages, for thousands and thousands of years, the entire world, the creation has been understood in great depth. Modern science, for example, it started the ball rolling 400 years back. Newton and Descartes in the western part of our globe started this ball. What is the objective? Is there a fundamental reality from where this whole universe has come? Whole creation has been made. What is that reality? They wanted to find. And they said we should not just believe whatever has been told, we have to examine. Everything should have a methodology by which you investigate and find out what this reality is. So the scientific methodology was developed. That is, forming a hypothesis, designing an experiment, conducting the experiments, evaluating the results, and conducting in different places for different people. And if you get the same result, then it is accepted as an inference. This is the methodology of science. So in all our scientific laboratory thing, we are teaching this thing. So based on that, the best of the intellectuals all over the world started understanding this world more and more. Then soon we found this world is very complicated, very sophisticated. Newton said we cannot understand even how the rain drops, how the thunderbolt occurs, how the lightning occurs. Therefore, let us start understanding only the physical world within us first. Once you complete understanding about the physical world, then we go to the higher things, like what is prana, mind, everything. This is how science started. And over 400 years, we have understood everything about the physical universe. What is this physical universe made? Every object is all ultimately made of molecules. Molecules are made out of atoms. Atoms are made of neutrons, protons, electrons, fundamental particles. Then, what is the one that these things are made of? People started investigating. Then they found it's all made out of packets of energy. So everything in the physical world is nothing but energy. You can calculate how much of energy is in given matter. E equals mc square, those of you know. So tremendous amount of energy is packed into so-called inert matter. For example, a few grams of hydrogen bomb burnt up the whole of the Hiroshima. Such is the tremendous amount of energy packed into so-called matter. we understood that. Then we also understood what are the laws that govern this physical universe. They are called Newton's laws of motion. That's called the deterministic approach or classical mechanics. But when you go to extremely high speed, like an electron swirling around the nucleus with tremendous speed, nearing the velocity of light, then Newtonian mechanics will not hold. You have to go to the higher laws. They are called quantum mechanics, theory of relativity, and others. Therefore, we understood everything about this physical world. What is the difference between the classical mechanics and quantum mechanics? In deterministic approach, in classical mechanics, everything is determined. If you leave a stone, in 1 second it's going to come down by 32 feet. If you launch a rocket towards the moon, you can trace the entire trajectory every millisecond. Everything is determined, no ambiguity. This is called deterministic approach. Everything in the world is determined. But when you go to extremely high speeds, the determinacy collapses. For example, if I leave an electron can come down, it can go up. It can go to the front, to the back, to the right or the left. In fact, the electron develops like a globe. So, you cannot say where will be the electron after 1 second if you leave here. It can be here, it can be here, it can be there, it can be there, it can be far away. So, the determinacy collapses. So, what to do? We can only talk about the probability of finding the electron here is 1%. Finding electron there is 0.1%. Far away, 0.01%. Probability can be talked about. This is called probabilistic mechanics. That is governed by some equation called as Schrödinger equation. Therefore, we understood everything about the physical universe. What is it made out of? What are the laws that govern them? Similarly, about the body, we found out what is it made out of and what are the laws that govern them. Anything physical, we have been a big success. Therefore, technology started getting built up based on scientific understanding. And today, we have done fantastic things, putting man on the moon, building skyscrapers, underwater tunnels, information technology. Sitting here, we can converse with anybody in the world. The whole world has been shrunk into a single village. And with a mobile and the Google, anything that you want information, you can get it in no time. Such has been the fantastic development. Along with that, there also have been many challenges. The challenges are very multidimensional. Stress is one such file. Everybody is stressed up. Tension, stresses are all mounting up. Probably about 30, 40 years back, only the executive world, they used to feel we are very stressed up. Today, youngsters, small children, Mom, I'm getting so much stressed up, I'm getting so much tensed up. It's come. And the corresponding thing, stress-related ailments, as Padmshri was mentioning, asthma, diabetes, hypertension, heart problem, epilepsy, migraine, irritable bowel syndrome, cancer, all are growing exponentially. And modern medical system, which has grown tremendously with very powerful pharmacological intervention, large number of surgeries. For example, there are 5,000 types of surgeries. We can change every part of your body, replace every part. And we are even racing to change our genes themselves so that your entire personality can be changed. Such things have been made, but no solution to this NCD. Once a diabetic, ever a diabetic. Once you get hypertension, you have to leave hypertension for the whole life. Once you get cancer, your days are numbered, have come to pass. Why? Because the modern science is limited to our understanding about the physical world. But stress and these NCDs are multidimensional. No doubt, a physical trauma can cause stress. No doubt, physical strain can cause problems of NCDs. But more important is mental restlessness, emotional absurdness, deep-rooted psychological conflict. All are at the base of this stress and the NCDs. Physical, mental, emotional, intellectual challenges are all inbuilt in the entire challenge that we face today. So the challenges are not mere physical, not simple, not one-dimensional. They are multi-dimensional. But our solution in modern science is only one-dimensional, physical. How can you solve a multi-dimensional challenge with one-dimensional solution? That's where we have the failure. So the entire world is looking towards India. We want multi-dimensional solution. This is what yoga offers. Yoga has been there in our country for ages, for thousands of years. They're all contained in what are called Vedas. All of you have heard of the Vedas? How many Vedas? 4. Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samveda, Atharvaveda. This is one classification. Another classification of the Vedas is Uttaramimamsa and Puramimamsa. Uttaramimamsa deals with the science. Puramimamsa deals with the technology. Just as we have science and technology, we have science and technology. So Uttaramimamsa contained in Upanishads. They understood the whole of this universe, whole of this creation. What did that they say in Vedas? Upanishad tell us that this world is not merely physical. The physical world, today we know, is all made out of electromagnetic field or quantum field, energy field. But then encompassing that is the pranic field or the bioplasmic field. Even encompassing that further bigger is the mind field or the astral field. What about bigger than that? Is information field, intellectual field, knowledge field. And much bigger of all that is the bliss field. So there are 5 fields which made this entire creation. They are called Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. And all these koshas are in continual change, changing. This is called as Jagat. This creation is called Jagat. The word Jagat in Sanskrit comes from the word Jagatyan Jagat. That which goes on changing is called Jagat. Therefore, everything is changing. Change is the feature. For example, in our body, a billion cells get created, a billion cells get destroyed every day. Since we came to this all our bodies have changed. What to talk about the mind, emotions, intellect, everything changing. Therefore, there was a very great Buddhistic philosopher in our country who developed a wonderful model of this entire creation. He called it as Kshanikavada. Kshanika means temporal. It goes on changing. And it became the order of the day. For a number of years, everybody continuously accepted this Kshanikavada. But after a decade or two, there was a brilliant student. He came and questioned, "Sir, we really marvel at this wonderful thesis you have done, wonderful model of the entire creation you have done. The Kshanikavada we all accept. But I have a question for you." "Yes, what?" "If everything is changing, is there something that does not change?" No. He had no answer. He kept moving. Then the later group who came in our country, Mahayana Buddhism, they said it is shunya, it's a zero, it's a vacuum, it is silence. They are called shunyavadis, they are called kshanikavadis. This entire thing, understanding of the creation, went for a long time. Then came Shankaracharya. He told that there is something missing in this. This fantastic world that we see, can it come from a zero? Can it come from a shunya? Can such an infinite thing can come from a vacuum? No, it cannot be. In Bhagavad Gita there is a shloka which tells against it. Na sato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate sataha. Nothing positive like this, nothing infinite like this can come from a zero. Therefore, what should happen? That also should be full. Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, This also Purna, that also should be Purna. This is infinite, that also should be infinite. That cannot be a zero. What is the relation between the two? Purnat Purnam Udachyate. This world, this Jagat comes from that infinite Purna. So that's the relation. This entire creation has come from that infinite pure consciousness, which is beyond space, time, causation. It's infinite knowledge, infinite power, infinite freedom, infinite bliss. That's what we all are, it is said. When this comes out of that, what happens to that? Will it become a zero? You have 1,000 rupees note in your pocket and give it to somebody, your pocket becomes empty. X minus X is zero. So will it become a zero? No. X minus X is zero is the law of the finite world. The law of the infinite world, infinity minus infinity can be infinity. So, Purnasya Purnam Adaya, Purnam eva avasishyate. When you bring this Jagat from that ultimate reality that remains untouched, that does not change. And that is the whole understanding that the Upanishad give us, the Vedas give us. And we understood that this entire thing is made out of consciousness. And that is designated as Om. Om Vidyeta Daksharavidam Sarvam Tasyopavyakyanam Bhutam Bhavat Bhavishyaditi Sarvam Omkara Eva. Mandukya Upanishad pronounced. Just like we said, this entire thing is energy, E. In mathematics, our people said this entire creation and beyond is called Om. That's the name given. So Om pervades everywhere. And this entire creation is made out of Om. It is said. And what are the laws that govern them? We understood. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. The trifold law of the entire creation. Everything is born, Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Creation, sustenance and destruction. Everything in this thing goes on governing by these laws. So we know the structure, we know the laws. Just like modern science understood the structure and the laws. Everything is made out of energy. That is classical mechanics and quantum mechanics. The laws that govern them. Similarly, our ancient masters understood the whole creation as made out of the trifold law, and everything is made out of Om, consciousness. Then what is the difference between consciousness and energy? What is the difference between energy and prana? Energy and prana and the mind and the emotions, intellect. In energy is dead matter. What is the difference between a dead body and the living body? That is the prana. So, energy is the grossest form of the entire pure consciousness. And when you move from the physical world towards the pranamaya kosha, the life starts. Pranamaya kosha. Consciousness starts manifesting. Consciousness is least manifest in the physical world, annamaya kosha. And it goes on increasing more and more, more and more and more. And we get higher and higher freedom. And therefore consciousness has intelligence. Prana, it is said, Swayameva pinatam yati, Swayameva tanavam yati. Prana can move by itself, change by itself, expand by itself, contract by itself. Living cell can move by itself, locomotion, it can reproduce by itself. So that's the difference between energy and consciousness. So many people think, yes, energy is consciousness. Wrong. Energy is the grossest form of consciousness in that sense. But it goes on increasing. 5 layers goes on increasing. That's the whole science that has been understood. So what is the relation? What should we do in our life? Swami Vivekananda said, the goal of life is to manifest that divinity. That divinity, infinite knowledge, infinite power, infinite freedom, infinite bliss, are all to be brought in our life. Why we have lost it? Because of samskaras. Sun is there, but dark clouds, so sunshine is not coming out. Similarly, we have all that infinite power, knowledge, power and freedom. It is not coming out because we have put a lot of barriers, the 5 layers. And they are all having that mala, avidya, or called as maya, whatever you call. That avidya manifests. And what is the structure of that avidya? Is imbalance, asantulan, asamatolan. So, because of the imbalance, the entire power, knowledge, freedom, everything is not manifesting. So, at the body level, we have imbalance. Imbalance between the left and the right brain, imbalance in the autonomic nervous system, imbalance in the endocrine system, imbalance in all organs and systems in our body. So, these imbalances, that we call it as growing further to become a disease. Dis-ease. Dis-ease means your imbalance is lost. Therefore, yoga is to bring balance. Samatvam yoga uchyate. So, at all levels you have to bring the samatva. You have to bring the balance. So, when you do the practices at the physical level, asanas, then other dimensions related to that, kriyas and others, food, you have to bring the balance. Balance at the body level, balance at the brain level, then at the autonomic nervous system level, every level there should be balance that should do. So when we do the asana, this is what Padmshri has told. It is not just a physical exercise. You have to bring in balance. And what is the balance? Balance between the energy and relaxation. Relaxation is the key effect. So, both these dimensions should be brought forth. The stresses are generated, relaxation has to be brought forth. So, when we do asana, we should learn the relaxation. Thereby, your mind becomes calm, quiet, silent, and you will be able to get that ananda. Sthira, chira, sukham, anandam. So, what is yoga dimension? Asana, it says, sthira, sukham, asanam. Sthirata and sukha should come out. So, when our children do the asana, you must see that they have the relaxation dimension. If you bring this relaxation at the body level, then all these challenges that we face at the body level start reducing. Whether diabetes, hypertension, cancer and others. So, we develop very nice relaxation techniques. Mandukya Upanishad also has given the best by which you can do that. That we developed into what we call avartan dhyan. At the body, prana and mind level, bringing all these things. That gives you wonderful results. Normally, how we get rest? During the day, we all generate stress. Nicely, when you sleep in the night, you get good rest. How much rest you will get? Today we can measure. If you have 6 hours of good sleep, you have 9% rest. So can you give rest better? Yes. Avartan dhyan will help us to reduce your metabolic rate within 35 minutes. 32% rest you can get. More than 3 times more rest you can get in 35 minutes. So a large number of people have started practicing. Very simple practice. Everybody can do that. So every day before taking dinner, for half an hour you do the practice, then you get wonderful rest. Therefore your efficiency will go up. And we have done a lot of research to show how the memory will increase, the IQ will increase, the efficiency will increase, all your capacities will increase, and start doing that. Today every person getting more and more stressed up, we have to see that they have to release the stress. This is what we do. Therefore, for all our students, we bring about these dimensions of relaxation to all our faculty and everybody. Today, life has become so stressful. Look at youngsters today. They go for the computer science, they go for management experts, and they start working with IT and others. They get good amount, but they get burnt up. Today, what's happening? They get 2 lakhs per month is normal. They get 5 lakhs, 50 lakh per annum. Some things are happening. And they all jump into it. They go for the software, computer engineering, everything. They go for management. They go to IIM. They spend a lot of money. because they get a package, 25 lakhs is normal, 50 lakhs, 1 crore per year is normal. But what is happening? They are given the targets. You have to finish this target 30 days. If you don't do that, you are out. With you. No? They could do nothing. They have to work 14 hours, 16 hours, 18 hours a day. They say we have 2 days holidays, no holidays, because they have to meet the target. They get tremendously stressed up. They are getting burnt up in the whole encounter. A lot of heart attacks and hypertension, cardiac problems, all are on the side. We have a very big cardiac hospital in Bangalore, near our university, called Nagendra. The director says, 20 years back, the people who were coming for our NH were 55 years, 60 years and above. Today, our hospital is fully loaded with 20, 25-year youngsters. What is happening to the country? Not only here in India, all over the world it's happening. In the United States, in Singapore, everywhere. Why? Because we don't know how to relax, how to release the stresses, and in the process you start developing these stresses. So in our university we have developed this dimension as to how we can bring this. Lot of research. Dr. Manjunath, he is heading the research. We have the best research lab in the world. We measure what things can happen. When we do asana, pranayama, mudras, pandas, kriyas, meditation, how things are going to happen. No? How this can be applied to deal with all these modern ailments. Nearly 1,000 research papers we have published in the best research journals. And all over the world things are spreading to bring this dimension. This is the great contribution of India to deal with the modern challenges of the modern NCDs on side, stresses on the other side, naturopathy, yoga dimension. It has a strong basis of the scientific understanding. And thereby we will be able to adopt this. So we want that all of you should take up to the practice of yoga, and our Dr. Balpanaji has been promoting this in a big way. He has started developing a nice yoga naturopathy center here, and I was so glad to know this college, these schools have started long ago, 1961, no? 63 years, no? Whereas we started our entire movement in 1970, 65, 67 in the Vivekananda Kendra in Kanyakumari. And we started developing this. No? But we became the deemed university in 2002, 22 years now, and it's growing. And we thought this knowledge should be brought from America also. Because Swami Vivekananda had to go all the way to Chicago to bring this entire knowledge base to our country, you know. So he went and gave this wonderful speech in Chicago, Parliament of Religions, you all know. Similarly, we said we started a university in Los Angeles, Vivekananda Yoga University, to bring yoga into the academic level, to become part of the education. This is what Swami Vivekananda said. This yoga should not be only in some yoga centers who come and learn, but it should get into the education system itself. This is what our Honorable Prime Minister has been promoting. Therefore, our PM said that yoga should be brought to all people, International Day of Yoga. Then he said, it should not be one-day affair, it should be in the school level. So he told the NCRT, NCTE that we should all bring it to this thing. You know, NCTE, we prepare 13 lakh teacher educators every year in our country. Yoga was made compulsory. NCTE for primary schools, middle schools, high schools, yoga was made compulsory. Then UGC level, we brought out the yoga syllabus for that. It started coming up. Then we should go into all aspects, that it should go even as part of sports, yoga as sports. So the sports ministry actually accredited this and said that yes, yoga can be the sports, yoga sports. We all sat together and Bapanaji, we all did this thing. And National Sports Association was set up, then World Sports Association. So a large number of people in the field of sports, they started taking yoga asanas. Everywhere this dimension to raise themselves should be brought. So what is the proof that they are getting? You have to find out their personality. No? We are all made of the 3 personality traits, all of you know, tamas, rajas and sattva. Tamas is laziness, lethargy, drowsiness, sleepiness, resistance to action. Rajas, very sharp, intelligent, brilliant, sharp, full of energy, vitality. They are go-getters. But they are tremendously stressed up. They get into a lot of problems. They become workaholics and get lost. That's the root cause for all this LCD. Then Sattva. It has all the good qualities of sharpness, brilliance, intelligence, all that. But they help others, serve others, and work more and more for others. These are the three personality traits. And Madhvaniji and his entire family have been developing this Sattva to more and more people, to bring in this dimension. How we can contribute more and more to the society than what we receive from the society. So all our children should be brought into such a sattvic level. How to do that? Today we have a nice tool to measure how much of tamas, rajas, sattva we have. It's called Vedic Personality Inventory. It's all there in the mobile, and you can just take 10 minutes to fill it up. Then you know, I've got 30% tamas, I've got 40% rajas, remaining 30% sattva, we can know. Administer it to all the students and tell them that you have to develop your sattva. Your tamas has to be shattered, rajas has to be controlled, and sattva has to be developed. And once we develop sattva, then we build ideal social order. Sattva is featured by giving and sharing, giving more and more to the society than we have to receive. This is what India was. Swami Vivekananda said, renunciation and service are the twin ideals of India. Channelize India into this, and India will rise to the highest height. But what is happening in America, in other countries, rajas predominant. More and more money, greed, anger, greed, jealousy, hatred, infatuation, arrogance, all are mounting up. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, all increasing more and more. As a result of wars and greed and increasing health hazards, all are in the mounting up. With all the economic grandeur, the defense superpower that the United States has done, what is happening? The children are getting lost, stressed up, and all these NCDs have started mounting up with such exponential pollution. And drug culture has started increasing, shattering them. What we were able to show, but once the sattva comes, we can build ideal social orders. We have built such ideal social orders in our country. Vijayanagara Empire. What was there? People used to come from all over to India, not to learn philosophy or yoga. But India was the richest country. We used to sell gold, silver, diamond, and pearls everywhere in the streets. And when people used to come here, what did they find? So much of happiness, prema bhava, hospitality, love, transparency, and giving and sharing. And everybody is so happy, healthy, wonderful. This is the ideal social order we want. We want not just a wealthy society, but a healthy society, a happy society. That is the ideal social order we have to build. That's what is happening today in India, thanks to our Prime Minister. We all have that wonderful sattvic quality within us, giving and sharing. So he gave a call. You see, a lot of people who are taking gas subsidy in our country, many of them don't need this thing. Those of you who want to give it up, the subsidy, we will give it to the poor people. What was the response? Not hundreds, thousands, lakhs of people came forward. Okay, we don't need this, give it to the poor people. This is India. We all have that wonderful capacity of sattvic dimension. And that has to be brought forth. So, my appeal to you is, all of you take this thing, I will give it to Valpanaji, give that VPI, Vedic Personality Inventory, give it to all the students. And see that every student will get sattva at the end of their course. If they have 30% sattva begin, they should come to 40%, 50%, 60%. Then we build ideal social orders. And all of you also can observe yourself, find out how much of sattva you have, how much of tamas and rajas we have. We all have to transform ourselves. This is yoga. Yoga is to transform ourselves from our normal level with available tamas, rajas, sattva to more of sattva, higher and higher dimension. And that is the one that Swami Vivekananda wanted. And this is what we are trying to translate in our entire education system, in the health system, and all other dimensions. In our university, we have 5 applications. yoga spirituality, yoga on physical sciences, yoga and management studies, yoga and life sciences, yoga and humanities. In all these UG, PG and PhD programs are set up. Everywhere this is the whole direction. The students should grow continuously, reach higher heights. This is what we have to do in the world to bring in ideal social orders. And this is the direction you also have been given. I thank Malpanaji and his entire family for bringing this type of direction in the country. And Singapore, I was very, very happy to see this type of thing being brought for thousands of people, almost 1,000 people, 10,000 people today in our entire thing, 2,500, another 5,000-6,000 people, 10,000 people you are developing. Congratulations, Sanjay ji, for your wonderful this thing that you have set up here, education, and with the help of all your wonderful team of faculty, you will grow to greater height, become a role model for the whole country to see that this institution grows into a wonderful dimension, to bring in this total dimension of sattvic growth. That's what yoga offers. And as our YC said, as Chandra said, we are ready to bring in the yoga courses here, and you can have even dual degree programs in which you can have degree here and degree of yoga also, bachelor's degree, master's degree. The new education policy has been made possible, and we can work together to see that we grow together and see that we harmonize ourselves and join together. Namaskar, Dhanyavad.
It gives me immense pleasure to extend our heartfelt gratitude towards the Honorable Padmshri, Chancellor Dr. Nagendra Guruji, for enlightening us with his address. Sir, we are blessed with your words of wisdom. We look forward to your guidance in future also. Thank you for being with us. I would like to thanks to VYASA University team, basically the co-founder of VYASA, Honorable Shubhendra Didi, Dr. Manjunathji, who is the Vice Chancellor of VYASA University, then Dr. Dayanand Swami, Dr. Natesh Babu, Dr. Amit Singh, Srimati Smita Dayanand, Srimati Padma, and all the management council member of SP Samstha. I also thank to our source of motivation, Honorable Chairman Dr. Sanjay Ji Malpani. Thank you very much, sir. Last but not least, thank you everyone who has made this meet a success. Thank you everyone.